This year, the Giving Fore Living Committee was unable to host the annual banquet prior to our golf tournament. Therefore, we decided to create a video of our perspectives as members of the GFL committee. Every year, our banquet theme follows the theme of the Donate Life Rose Parade float. This year's theme would have been Light in the Darkness, which somehow feels fitting for the state of our world right now. We hope that this compilation of the different connections, points of view, and thoughts from our GFL committee members can shed some light on who we are and why we do what we do.
The Giving Fore Living Foundation is an organization of like-minded and hardworking individuals who promote and support the selfless act of organ donation. This organization was started by my dad, Darren Wainscott. My dad was perhaps the hardest working man I ever knew. Strong, resolute, selfless, caring. He always made it a habit of putting others before himself. I wake up every day hoping I can, one day measure up to be even half the man he was. He was my dad, and I loved him.
In February of 2013, when I lost my brother, it was a life-changing experience. Darren was an organ donor, and I really didn't know a whole lot about organ donation. When I saw the impact of what an unselfish act of love could do for others in need, it was amazing. And leave it to Darwood, who was always thoughtful and kind to everyone. It was at that moment that I knew we needed to educate others and keep that unselfish act of love going. I had known through my friend Larry Birch about an organization called 18 for Life and thought that it was a great way to honor someone and to help others.
Danny, Darren's brother, that had came to me and was asking me about the 18 for Life organization down in the Boot Hill that we've supported for several years and how that all worked, and made a trip down there and attended that banquet and golf tournament. We kind of patterned ourselves after them.
Our family and friends came together and GFL was born.
Giving Fore Living for me has served so many different purposes over the past 7 years. Starting this organization back in 2013 was a way for us to create something that would honor Darren and be a reflection of his values within the community. He had signed up for the organ donor registry, and through our tragedy, he became a donor hero, which has been our silver lining.
Darren was my husband's best friend. He was also my friend, my card partner, and my worker bee. We spent most Friday nights, if not the whole weekend, with the Wainscots. Our spouses were the social committee, and we were the workers. They made our plans, and we carried it out. That has been my role in Giving Fore Living, being the worker and behind the scenes. Early on, taking notes, making lists, and checking them off. Giving Fore Living has become my passion of raising money for love offerings and promoting organ donation awareness. Out of such a tragic event, I put my time and energy into positive things. We've grown so much as an organization, and I look forward to taking us into the next step.
Darren was my uncle and also a big role model in my life. He was someone I looked up to and always put others first. Bailey and I joined the Giving Fore Living Committee to honor and continue Uncle Darren's legacy.
GFL has been so blessed with community support and beyond. We are so thankful. Through the past few years, we have been joined by the Jacobs and Chandler families who have also been through a life-changing experience where their loved one could also be an organ donor.
When you flow like a cannon.
Hi, we're Stuart and Carrie Jacobs, and we are members of the Giving Fore Living Committee. We became members after our son Kevin was killed in a four-wheeler accident 6 years ago. He was an organ donor, and so this is our way to honor Kevin and keep his memory alive, and to also promote organ donation.
Words I long to hear. You step a little closer to me.
To our family, Kaylee was a daughter, a sister, a special soul that left an everlasting impression on this world. Without her, we wouldn't be the people we are today, as she has shown us a life through a unique lens, one that has caused us to become more purposeful in our actions, to live our life to the fullest capability, and to love your people unconditionally.
GFL is truly a labor of love for us. and in turn provides a certain degree of healing and peace. One of my favorite things about this organization is not just the golf tournament. We all know I love golf, but it is how we have been able to offer some monetary support to all types of people, near and far, and for our area schools and students. And lastly, GFL has helped me stay connected to my people and the community that has been so wonderful to me.
When asked what my favorite part of the Giving for Living golf tournament is, I would say to see this organization come together after hard work for a year. It takes a lot of effort to put this together, and a 2-day tournament is something else, and that's the one thing that I look forward to. The second thing is I want to say thank you to the community to support this wonderful organization. Without you guys, this wouldn't exist. And then finally, I say, look at the back of your license. Remember that you can sign that and save somebody's life.
Everyone in this group is the most caring person. We all are dedicated to what we believe in, and we try really hard, and we come together every year and work ourselves to death, but we are so proud of what we have done. We appreciate all of your support, and we look forward to this going on for many years.
My favorite part about the tournament is seeing people come from all over to support our great cause and have a blast doing it. The weekend never fails to bring on some good laughs, a few tears, and a whole lot of spreading the word about organ donation. And that's what we work so hard to do.
My favorite part of the golf tournament is the Friday night banquet, when everybody comes together and you get everybody in one spot and you can look around that room and think, geez, this is really a nice gathering for our community, and it's a great cause, and it's a wonderful part of the weekend to see everybody there together, enjoying themselves and helping out in any way that they can, whether it be financially or by helping us serve the meal or whatever it is. It's just nice to know that we have that much support from our community. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything that you give us, because there is a need, and we do a great job with trying to take care of those needs.
My favorite part about Giving for Living is the golf tournament weekend. There's so much excitement and build up going into the whole weekend, kicking it off usually with the banquet and then the tournament. You know, there are so many people that come and support our tournament and pay their money and pay more money on top of it to help us. They know that what we do with our money goes back into our community immediately. We have people of all ages, of all, backgrounds who come and play. People that aren't even very good at golf come and play because they know that we're worth their time and money, and it's a really good time also. We have people who are friends with Darren and Kevin and Kaylee, and everybody just comes and supports, and by the time we leave, everybody's sitting there on Sunday night and happy that everything usually goes without a hitch, and everybody's, having a beverage and celebrating and seeing who won the golf cart and seeing who won the tournament. And every year it makes me emotional because I'm just so proud of our group and what we do and what we can produce, and knowing that, we're going to turn right around the next week and give all that money right back into our community and start preparing for the next time that we get to do this.
Our favorite part about the Giving for Living committee is the amount of support they have shown us and how they continue to do so. The purpose behind this group is inspiring, and we are thankful Kaylee led us to them.
Hi everyone, my name is Lillian Colburn. To my family, Darren was a best friend, a role model, and a Friday night pitch partner. My favorite part of Giving for Living is the banquet. Year after year, the Giving for Living committee has selected a variety of speakers that have given me a different perspective on organ donation every year. I also look forward to prep week, as putting in so much hard work throughout the week and seeing it all come together is so rewarding. This year, I'm looking forward to seeing the amount of people that we can impact. Year after year in this community, I've seen more and more green bracelets. This is so humbling, as this green bracelet represents saving lives, saying yes, and spreading awareness for organ donation.
So naturally, the cornerstone of our foundation has been organ donation education. The response of our community and supporters to all of our efforts has been so heartwarming, as we've watched the numbers of registered donors rise dramatically in our area. We have welcomed 2 more donor families into our group, and we have grown into this very tightly seated family.
Giving for Living has become my passion. We promote organ donation awareness and checking that box, and even tied that in back with my job with school and whatnot for our younger kids.
The thing that drew me most to Giving for Living was the fact that we were helping people in our community and also beyond our community when they've fallen upon hard times, whether it be a death in the family or an illness or their house burns down, just anything where we see a need. We send a $1,000 donation to each one of those families just to help out in that time of need. And the part I really like about our organization is all the money that's given to us and donated in different ways goes straight to those people. There's no money spent on any staff or administration fees or anything like that. It's all straight directly to the people.
And I think it's wonderful what we've done as an organization. We gave away, I think, up close to $300,000 now that we've raised. I think it's a wonderful thing we're doing, and it's something that people need to spend a little time and look into what the Giving for Living actually does and are doing, and become a part of it. And it's a feeling like nothing else, especially when you sit down at one of the meetings and start reading a bunch of thank you notes from people that have received this love offering. It's a feel-good thing. So.
Our favorite part of Giving for Living is the fact that all the money that is raised is given back to people in need, not just in our community, but abroad and in many different areas.
To me, the Giving for Living golf tournament is a celebration of a year's worth of hard work from this committee. It is a time to honor our donor heroes and their families, a time for families to come together, and a time to raise money to give back to our community.
The reason I continue to support and be involved in Giving for Living is simple. It's an organization that gives back to the community, gives the people in need in some of their most desperate times. It's very important to me that we have that type of support group in our community and for our surrounding areas. And Giving for Living helps strengthen that community and make it a better place to live. That's why I continue to support it.
My favorite part about Giving for Living is seeing where we started 7 years ago and where we are now. Just on the surface, kind of looking at how many people were involved that first year, and what we were doing, and then seeing now how many lives that we've impacted and how many people are involved every single year. We've grown tremendously. But if you take a big step back and just look at the sheer number of donations that we've been able to give and the lives that we've impacted by those donations, I think that's what really drives me and keeps me pushing forward for this organization year after year.
Organ donation is important to Cody and I. We have seen many lives Darren, Kaylee, and Kevin have touched by organ donation. Our favorite part of Giving for Living is the amount of support that is given to our community through love offerings and random acts of kindness.
Before I get into my story, I would just like to thank each and every one of you that donate, sponsor holes, volunteer, participate in any event that Giving for Living does. Your efforts, your donations do not go unnoticed, and I want to thank you on behalf of everyone at Giving for Living. For those who don't know me, my name is Tyler Bice. I am a member of Giving for Living, and here's my story. I had a traumatic eye injury in my right eye. It ended up causing me to go blind. Fast forward a few years to when sophomore year in college. I go to the doctor, and the doctor tells me I have a degenerative corneal disease in my left eye, and eventually that would cause me to go blind. Fast forward a few more years, 27. That time had come where I was either going to go blind or I was going to go opt into a surgery and receive a donor tissue. And luckily, I had that opportunity to opt into that donation. Over today, I feel like that is the best thing I've ever done in my life. That tissue, all but small, has given me a new lease on life, a new perspective in how I see things, not just literally, but emotionally, I guess. And I can't go without each day thanking my donor for that special gift. There are a lot of things in life that now I experience that I'll never take for granted. Seeing far in the distance, seeing the sky that is blue, see people smile. There's so many great things that when you figure that you're going to lose a sense, and then you get that sense back, you can't imagine the amount of things that you actually take in and make mental note of. What's my favorite part about Giving Fore Living? I think the first part of it is the people that are involved with this organization. They're all fantastic people. We all have the same type of goal, and there's a culture between all of us that as a culture of gratitude. I'm very thankful for the life that we've been given, the blessings that we've received, as well as a culture of giving. I think each and every one of us in this organization wants to put service above oneself, and that's why I think this organization has been so successful. I'm thankful, very much thankful, to be part of this organization. It has provided an outlet for me to really put forward my gratitude of my donor, for my donor actually. And unfortunately, how you want to see it, I don't actually know who my donor is. But in a sense, it's given me extra motivation to really put out the additional effort to promote organ donation and help the individuals in my community. And what's the best part about it, I'm doing it with people that have the same type of mentality and same type of compassion. I really, once again, I want to thank you, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your donation and your effort and support in Giving Fore Living. As we go forward, we'd love to see you out there doing events with us and really promoting organ donation and helping out fellow individuals in our community.
GFL has become one big family with a great cause. Our greatest enjoyment is being able to help others, and reading the thank you notes from those we have helped makes us continue to realize why we do what we do. It is a great feeling to be a registered organ donor, and knowing when God has chosen us to leave this world, that maybe we can leave something behind to help someone have a better life. We are not only educating the community, but helping teach our own children about giving back and being like the heroes we continue to honor. Helping to build an organization that will continue helping people in need far into the future. Please register to be an organ donor today.
So on behalf of all of us at GFL, it's a humble privilege to do what we do. And we thank all of you out there for your continued support.
Float like a cannon, stones taught me to fly. So come on, courage, teach me to be shy. 'Cause it's not hard to fall when you know that you just don't know.